Hi all, the topic is about layers of retina. Microscopic structure of the retina consists of three types of cells and their synapses arranged in the following layers. The first layer is retinal pigmented epithelium, layer of rods and cones, external limiting membrane, outer nuclear layer, outer molecular or plexiform layer, inner nuclear layer, inner molecular or plexiform layer, the ganglion cell layer, nerve fiber layer, and the internal limiting membrane. First layer is retinal pigmented epithelium. It is the outermost layer of the retina. It consists of a single layer of hexagonal shaped cells containing the pigment. The retinal pigmented epithelium cells shows fine molting, unequal pigmentation of the cells, and this is responsible for the granular appearance of the fundus. The RP is firmly adherent to the underlying Bruch membrane and loosely attached to the layer of rods and cones. The potential space between the retinal pigmented epithelium and the sensory retina is called subretinal space. A separation of the retinal pigmented epithelium from the sensory retina is called retinal detachment, and the fluid between these two layers is called the subretinal fluid. The splitting of the retina at the level of the outer plexiform layer is called senile retinoschisis. The splitting of the retina in the nerve fiber layer with the development of the nerve fiber layer break is called juvenile retinoschisis. The adjacent RPE cells are connected to each other by the tight junctions and constitute the outer blood retinal barrier. The retinal pigmented epithelial cells at the fovea are taller, thinner, and contains more and large granules than elsewhere in the fundus, thereby giving a dark color to this area. The optical part of the retinal pigmented epithelium is formed by the microvilli, which project between the rods and cones processes. Their functions, they play an important role in the photoreceptor renewal and recycling of the vitamin A. It maintains the integrity of the subretinal space by forming the outer blood retinal barrier and actively pumping ions and water out of this. The transport of nutrients and metabolites, it provides the mechanical support to the process of the photoreceptors and maintenance of the retinal adhesion. They manufacture the pigments which presumably has an optical functions in observing the scattered light, synthesis of these growth factors to modulate adjacent structures, the phagocytosis and digestion of the photoreceptor wastes, and it helps for the electrical homeostasis. It also helps for the regenerations and repair after the injury or after the surgery. The next layer is layer of rods and cones. The rods contains the photosensitive substance known as visual purple, that is rhodopsin, subserve the peripheral visions called scotopic visions, and the cones are responsible for the central vision and the color vision. Rods are about 120 million and cones are about 6.5 million in number. The highest density of the cones is at the fovea with an average of 1,99,000 cones per square millimeter. The number of cones fall off rapidly outside the fovea.